I've got 17 images in my myths folder, and I've got like a slideshow here, so I can just go through them if I need to. Some of them will take like a second to test, and some of them might take longer. I guess I'll get started with this first one. So as you can see in the bottom left there, I've got the myths. And our first one is unlock Doc Octopus. Quote, you can be Doc Octopus. Steps. First, complete the game 100%. As you can see, I have beaten the game 100%. Second, go to the island under the bridge. Third, find a warehouse. Fourth, oh, not fourth. Four, go to the backside of the warehouse. Then find the icon that can change you to Doc Octopus. So I'm assuming by island under the bridge they mean Roosevelt Island. Let's go ahead and head there. I forget which site this one is from, but I did scour the internet for. It was funny, like the further down in Google, the more like of these like dumb cheats you find. So like you have to go down a little bit. But these are all actual like from cheat websites, and like these are posted as legitimate cheats that you can supposedly do for this game. So let's test them out. No, here's another thing. Expectations, we're going to assume they are all real. That's part of the fun. They're all real until proven otherwise. Alright, so we have to go to find a warehouse. I think there's a couple on Roosevelt, but this is the nearest one. So we have to go to the back side of the warehouse, and there's an icon that can change me into Doc Octopus. I don't know about you. I do not see an icon. I see no such thing. Do people live like this? I guess they got a couch. Like 30 empty wine bottles. Just 3 people here standing here like Morrowind NPCs. Alright, so that warehouse is totally a bust. Maybe they mean Shocker's warehouse. It's not technically a, I guess it is a warehouse, because it didn't say a hideout, they just said warehouse. So this is Shocker's warehouse. Can't go in here. But they did say the back, which would be over here. Trash bags. Not seeing an icon, but maybe it's, maybe it's up here. Yeah, I think this one might be busted, at least right now. Let's see if there's any other warehouses, because maybe they just didn't mean the Shocker warehouse or the nearest one to the bridge. Maybe there's another one. No, here's one. This is a hideout. It's not a warehouse, but it's a hideout. There's some enemies here, but we're not really concerned with them. No change icon, though. Nope. Not there. There's some warehouses over here. These kind of look warehousey. Can't go in here. Yeah, like imagine imagine if this was how you played as Doc Ock, was you had to 100% the game. Like they spent the time to make Doc Ock playable, but to do it you have to 100% the game and then like just go into some random warehouse and there's just a change marker. So myth 1 busted. You can if you can play as Doc Ock, certainly not through this way. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this one's also play as Doc Ock. Okay, this is the same myth. Hang on. This is just the same myth, but somebody worded it differently. Well, okay, never mind. 2 myths are busted. Alright. So, locate all secret and skyscraper tokens. Look for the costume store in the garment district. The store is only accessible between the game hours of 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., so it looks like we have some time. The game clock can be located near the FC area on a building that does not face the wall. This is like a Saw puzzle. Alternative costumes include symbiote suit, Peter Parker wrestling suit, Alex Ross suit. Aren't these just the Ultimate Spider-Man ones? Are these one? I don't know. Alternate prototype suit from first movie. Power Range. Hang on. What? I want to draw some attention to alternate prototype Spider-Man suit from first movie, and then in parentheses, Power Rangers. Okay. Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, Battle Ravaged Spider-Man, Unmasked Spider. So there's a lot of costumes. So I think our first order of business is figuring out where Garment District and FC is, because I don't actually pay attention to like the in-game locations. Oh, there's Garment District. Okay. We have to find the costume store. We have to, first of all, let's just figure out if there's a costume store in Garment District. I assume they mean like the shop, so in theory it's that building right there with the dollar sign. Is this a costume store? Not really. It just kind of looks like a gift shop or something. But also in theory it's only accessible in a certain time. Let's just check just in case to see if there's any costumes available. There's some health. I'm not seeing any. This is going to be one of the hardest ones to test, and they definitely did it on purpose, where it's like, oh, you can only do this at a certain time and day. But maybe it's just like a green, you know, the green buildings on the map. If we need to, we can come back to this one later. Like, if it's like, oh, I don't want to wait for, you know, an hour for the in-game time to get here. But I've not seen any green buildings. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. So it must be that shop. Now we just gotta find FC. Must be further. Oh, there it is. It's over there. Okay. Alright, so we are looking for, let's see, on a building that does not face the water. What does that mean? Does a building face anywhere? Doesn't it just go up? I'm assuming they mean a building that, like, doesn't have direct line of sight to the water? Wait, wasn't there... Hang on. Wasn't there, like, a really hard challenge on top of a building that has a clock on it? But some of the neurons in my brain are firing off. There was, like, a clock somewhere. Yeah, maybe they just mean that the clock itself doesn't face the water? In which case, I guess let's take a peek. Where was that race? It was like, oh, it's over there. Yeah. The building I'm thinking of is that way. Either way, I'm sure this is going to be a totally working clock. Yeah, you see it? It's right there in that building. There it is. So here's the supposed clock. Oh, wait, it works? Hang on. I did not realize that this clock worked. I thought I was going to come here and it was just going to be a JPEG. Instead of just, like, 3 JPEGs that are working together to show me the time. Wait, what time is it? So that's 10. Wait. Is it... It's 10. It's, like, right now. Between 10 and 11? I can't make it all the way back to that. That place is, like, way over there. I can't make it there in time. But I'm gonna try. Because we have an hour to get over there. Okay. This was, no matter what, this was a success, right? Because I did not actually know that there was a working clock in this game that tells you what time it is. So we've already learned something new. It's just like straight north, right? Garment District, the shop is over there. I think we can make it. Alright, check the shop. There's health. I'm not seeing any costumes. I'm not seeing any. But this is the best myth so far. What time is it? I don't know, but I feel like I probably made it just in time. We can try it again later if we want to. But the fact that this myth is a clever one because it's at least built on. Could be I was too late. We'll try it again next time. We'll leave it like, I don't know. We'll leave it like 9 instead of 10. But, you know, I don't want to wait the whole day. But just the fact that there actually was a working clock in FC makes this by far, out of the whole 2 myths we've looked at, it is by far the most clever one. Clock is also shown on the map. Wait, what? I'm dumb. That's been there the whole time? You could just see the time on the map, it's right above the compass? I'm pissed. Well, that makes it a lot easier than... I didn't know! Why would I look at that? I don't give a shit about what time it is in this game. I think they just patched it and Nate's fucking with me. I didn't know! I've played this game for thousands of hours, I didn't know! Yeah, I really just legitimately... So we've learned 2 things about this game. 1, it keeps track of the time, and 2, there's multiple places where you can see it, and one of them is literally a button press away. Speedrunners care about timer, good point. Good point. That's cool, though. Okay. So we will definitely come back to this one. For now, it's plausible. it could be true. But that's cool. Okay. Next myth. Ooh, this is a classic one. Fight Lizard. Beat Battle Arena, which I have done on the save. Look for the open manhole cover near the pizza parlor. This will be accessible only at night between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. Okay, so we'll come back. We'll have to come back to this one later once it's between midnight and 3 a.m. But now we have a really good way of checking what time it is. That fucking dumbass V actually realized that there's a clock in this. Next myth. How to make Spider-Man fly. You need to go to the Liberty Island, and then go to your map, then go to the building with 4 dots around it. Walk over to the side with the 3 lines on the map, then walk to the left side of the 3 lines. Next to the dot will be an alley-looking thing. Then there should be a tight alley at the back right corner of that alley. Then walk to the back of that alley and jump kind of high while in the air and do some style tricks. On the way down, you should get stuck, wiggle a little bit, then and just fly out. I think this is one that I picked because I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, and I thought it sounded funny. If it does not work, then keep trying because you were not doing it right. Alright, let's go. I don't even know what that means. This is... I definitely picked this one just because I thought it was funny. There are a few of like that I just put in there because just the wording was just so obtuse that it just turned into a whole comedy sketch. Yeah, so first let's go to Liberty Island. That should do it. Isn't it amazing how that used to be really hard to do?
Be more careful. Swimming definitely. I need to be more careful.
Did anybody just see that? I had my hands off the controller and Spider-Man just like fell off the wall while he was climbing up it. Alright, so I'm assuming they meant Ellis Island, right? Because they say to look for a building with 4 dots around it. There's one building on Liberty Island and it does not have 4 dots on it. Also, it's probably not a building. So I'm going to assume that they meant Ellis Island. So this one is up to interpretation, so if any of you have any idea what any of this means... Wait. I actually think I know what they mean. Hang on. I've done this before. I know what they mean. As vague and weird as it is, I think I actually know what they mean. I think I've done this before. Because it's like... It's here. See the 4 dots. The 4 dots on the map. and you go in here, and then you can like, it's just weird in here. And if you can like get stuck in the air. Yeah, this is what they meant. You would never have been able to figure it out just from the wording, but this is totally what they meant. This is it right here. You can the collision is just fucked, and you can get. They said Liberty Island, but I think they just meant Ellis Island. But yeah, this is totally it. This one's confirmed. All right, let's keep a tally. I speak this. No, I didn't even speak the language. I had just done it before, so like somehow it got through to me. All right, next myth. Next myth. This is another one of those. It was funny. I remember this one. Freak mode. In the second chapter, you have to meet Mary Jane. Once the scene ends, start webbing yourself right next to the shop where you buy all your upgrades. Mary Jane will be there and she'll say, "Pete, how'd you find me?" And Spider-Man says, "Because I have a radar installed." Okay, this is not a cheat. I just thought this one was really funny. This is not a cheat at all. This is just like the most obvious not real thing of all time, but I couldn't believe that somebody actually posted this on the internet. So don't worry about this. This one doesn't count. I just wanted to show this, that I saw this on an actual cheat website. Anyways. And Spider-Man says, "Because I have a radar installed in my head." Okay, I confess Batman gave me a lift. And then Mary Jane will say, "Oh my, a radar?" And then suddenly you will hear someone who didn't use the washroom at the right time. Mary Jane will say, "Oh my," and Spider-Man will say, "Oops, better out than in." And then Spidey will die because there's just too much gas in his Spidey outfit. First he starts floating and goes all the way to Las Vegas. Then the X-Men think he's ugly and kill him because he's destroying the atmosphere with his disgusting gas. Yes, I know, this cheat is awesome. With all due respect, AJ. Okay, we can go to the next myth. That one doesn't count. That one's just a fanfic. Infinite health. Start a game with and select normal swinging. On the training mission, press up, down, circle, square, triangle, left. You will hear the man cough. Now you will be invisible. Okay, so this is both invincibility and invisibility. Let's test it. So we start a new game. Normal swinging is on by default. So on the training mission, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do this at like all times. So we're going to do this one and then we're going to go like get into the tutorial proper. So let's try it. Well, as soon as all this chapter time's done. What if this one's true and this is actually just an infinite health? All right. So I'm going to start with the D-pad. Up, down. What is circle? That's B. Circle, square, triangle, left. I did not hear a cough. I did the inputs because circle on Xbox, circle is B and square is X. And triangle is Y. But I will get into the proper tutorial since maybe that's not what they mean. Maybe they meant like the proper tutorial and not just the start of the game. Alright. So, up, down, circle, square, triangle, left. No such thing. Maybe they mean the analog stick. Up, down, circle, square, triangle, left. No such thing. Maybe in the pause menu? Up, down, circle, square, triangle, left. Nothing. Try it with the stick. Up, down, circle. That or triangle left. The circle happens to cancel it. So if they're correct, we should be invisible, which we're not, but maybe they meant invincible since it is called infinite health. So I shouldn't take any fall damage. The cough is just really quiet. What do they mean by the man cough? The thing is, those thugs will never hurt you. They will only run away. So I am not invincible. Myth busted. Unfortunate.
Okay, I'm back.
Next myth. Invisible web splash. Okay. What you have to do is this. It's pretty easy, so listen. Or if you're stupid, then it's hard. Now, first, tie a bad guy up, but not with web splash, but with just, triangle until they are fully tied up. Then wait until they break out, but don't wait after, because as soon as they break out, do web splash. They will be tied up, but there will be no web on him. It's really cool, you have to check it out. So this is another one that I picked because it sounded stupid. I swear there's more like actual myths in here. But I would bet that this one's real. And here's why. Because it's written in such a way that it was like definitely just some weird thing that happened to somebody. So we web them up. And then as soon as they break out, we hit them with what I'm assuming web splash means web ball. Okay, that did nothing. Let's try it again. It's invisible web splash and then with 5 exclamation points. That did nothing as well. But maybe if I wait a little bit longer. It works! It works! Confirmed! This guy, I think it's the same guy. I think he just knows what he's talking about. The invisible web splash is real. That's exactly what they said was going to happen. They said they would be tied up, but the web would be invisible. Confirmed.